Hi all, welcome back to Fix It. One of the most awaited video is coming. It's about your smart helmet with Bluetooth. Let's see how it is made. This is going to be a very quick video. It's a very easy trick, the hack to make the life easy for any biker. Let's see, fix it. Now you're familiar with my work area. Items you require: scissors, a double-sided tape, a nail cutter, yes, nail cutter, a Bluetooth headset, which can be an old one that is complained or damaged with one speaker is okay. At least one speaker and the control should work in that Bluetooth headset. Ideally, do not use something that you see on this video, which is a magnetically activated headphone. Don't use that. I am just showing it as a demo because it is better to have a headphone with a switch to activate your Bluetooth. Otherwise, the battery will drain very fast. Then, of course, you need helmets and broom to clean this place. If you don't know why we have broom, very important in this video is, please go and watch how to make mud flap. I have clearly told the use of broom for any of your craft work at home. So today's video we are starting by showing you the finished product. This is actually a RE helmet which I got with my Himalayan, and I got a normal studs helmet with the new bike from Honda. So I thought I will modify this one because it is slightly better in quality. To hope Honda is hearing that, the free helmet I got from RE was much better in quality. So I thought I will just convert this into a Bluetooth helmet to use with my Highness. So let's see how to get this end product. Today we are making this in this Honda helmet only. I think many may get this helmet as free with your Honda or with any other bike when you get this basic helmet, or if you have a Ninja or any other brand, expensive or less expensive brand which is not with Bluetooth with you. So first thing we have to do is to prepare the Bluetooth headset. So best thing is use any partially damaged one, or if you already have one Bluetooth, you can modify it. So I will suggest not to buy a Bluetooth for this. Otherwise, try to buy a cheaper one. Don't buy for the expensive waterproof ones. Since it's been fixed inside the helmet, you really don't require a waterproof Bluetooth headset. So you have option to keep both your earpieces, but I will not suggest to do that because it is not safe to keep your ears closed during the ride. So what I will suggest is use a nail cutter and cut this out. So why we are using a nail cutter is to get you the closest possible cut. So you can see this, it's very close. So I'm not cutting my Realme headphone here. I am just showing you how to cut it on a old headphone wire. So suppose if this is the end of the Bluetooth device that you are using, you will see that one side wire you will have a very close cut. So when you use a nail cutter, like when you use a scissors, the problem is that you don't get a proper cut. So I'll just show you how it comes when you cut with the scissors. See, it's not giving you a proper cut. It will have a edge left there. See, but when I am cutting it with a nail cutter, you get a very close cut. So with one, now it's simple wiring. Keep your helmet like this. Decide. So you should be cutting the edge where you don't have the this one, where you have the controls, and where you don't have the controls, you will keep the speaker. So remember, cut from the area where you have the controls and keep the edge with the speakers intact. Do not cut that side because we will be using this for the communication and this for your controls. So the control area will not have a speaker with it. So there is a gap for most of the helmet. You will find a gap inside between this portion and the main the thermocol filling. So inside that upholstery, you have to first decide where your control should come. So your control should come somewhat out here. No? So you will be able to see this. Your control should come this much outside so that your mic is close to your mouth. Then you simply insert it. Insert the entire stuff inside till it goes inside the padding. So for every helmet it will be different. So you have to find out the best way to keep it. So in this you can see it is completely now gone inside the padding. So this is your mouthpiece, controls, charging, which is outside, practically you will not have, oh, this is a magnetic one, so that's, practically you will not have this thread in your end product. You will have only this much with the helmet. So this has gone inside. Some helmets you may find a brand tag or any small piece of cloth with the branding on it. So then you can insert this other side of the headset through that also. And if the headset piece is too big, you can use a very 1 or 2 string stitching inside. So next is, if you simply keep this during the ride, it is very difficult for you to manage because it will create pain and discomfort for your ears. So what we do is, we make a insertion on this cushion. So using your scissors, again I am repeating it, this process may vary for different helmets. In this case we have made an insertion here. So you have to first see how the strap is for your helmet. So we made an insertion here. Then you remove the rubber cap and insert the headpiece here. Once you insert the headpiece like this, make sure it is throwing the sound inside your helmet only. Put all the excess wire into your helmet padding. Hope you can see this now. Okay. Okay. Now, if in this helmet what happens is the area is only this much, it is not covering the head completely. If you have an area which is covering your head completely, you can actually do this wiring slightly from outside and make the entry to your chin strap padding from the back side. That means you will not see any wiring at all. So in this case you can see some wiring. Now comes the next important hack for this is, take this earbud and insert it opposite direction. That is, usually we put it like this. In this case, we will insert it in the opposite direction. Then we have to just stitch these 2 ends using a needle. I am not showing that in the video because it can be really boring for you. I think everybody can do that or take help from somebody at home. Make sure your throwing is straight. So what happens in this shape, it will not get into your ears and it is not projecting much into your ears. So it will have a 1 to 2 mm gap from your ears. But because of this shape, which is reminding you of old speaker boxes or the mics, it actually throws sound right into ear without any effort. So you get a clear voice when you are driving, and you can control using the other side. You can do the charging. You don't have to remove. And I will suggest, while removing and putting your helmet back, do not touch here because it may come off. If you want, you can put some gum and fix it permanently. Otherwise, you have to just be careful while wearing it. Make sure it is throwing to the right side and you stitch this area correctly. I will show you the end product in the Honda helmet now. So I think you can have a closer look here. This was inserted from here, the wiring, and that area was stitched. So as I said, the approach is different for each helmet. And we have put this is actually a Sony AirPod earbuds. I have inserted it reverse. I have cut little bit of that projection so that it is just touching my ear. So this will be custom made for each one of you as per your size, your ear position and all. So you have to make sure when you are making that insertion, you ensure it is actually next to your ear hole itself. So you have to wear the headset, make a marking on your chin strap where your ear is touching, and there you have to implant the earpiece. This is most important in this entire work because this wiring is very simple. So now once I have done this insertion, you will see my wiring is coming from inside. So have a closer look. It is coming from inside. It is fixed with a 2-sided tape because of the nature of this helmet. And this entire wiring, so you can see there was a caution notice piece of cloth inserted by RE in the helmet. So I have used that as a support for this. And the entire wiring is hidden inside. You can see anything out here. So when you see the helmet from outside, you could see only my controls. So this is my switch on button. Yeah, Bluetooth is activated. I can now control it, and whenever I don't need, I am switching it off. So in this, I have used a Syska Bluetooth device which was damaged, partially damaged, because this side earpiece got a complaint. So I lost that earpiece somewhere during my cycling. So I just kept it thinking that I may have some use in the future. So now with the requirement for a Bluetooth device came in, so I thought let me fix that problem. So I have fixed it with this small hack. So this Syska's advantage is it gets switched off if you are not connected with the Bluetooth for I think 3 minutes or 4 minutes. So which is very helpful for me. So whenever I keep my helmet, I don't have to switch it off. It gets automatically switches off if I don't come near to it for 3 minutes. So it gives me around 4 to 5 days of battery backup in normal use. So this is how the end product looks like. So now I can control the calls from this device or from my Honda's control switches. I usually take calls by bringing the bike to one side, but I don't have to remove my helmet, take my phone. I can control everything here. I get the sound here, and I can hear my WhatsApp messages through the controls. So this makes a lot of convenience for me and reduces a hell lot of danger when you are trying to attend or trying to convert your attention towards phone calls during any rides. So this is the zero expense Bluetooth helmet for all of you. I am sure if I can make it, you also can make it. So just fix it and keep watching us for more hacks like this. Safe ride.